Today I'm going to be giving away a $16,000 bike to one of you guys for just $20. Now I know that sounds absolutely crazy, so let's go ahead and start unboxing this thing and I'll explain why. As some of you may or may not already know, in 2021 I won the Electric Cake Bike World Championship race in Sweden. I've essentially been holding on to this thing as my trophy for about 4 years now, but I think it's finally time to unbox it. Pretty sure this box just comes right off. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Fresh bike looks nice. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty wild. I was planning on keeping this thing boxed up until I was like 80 years old, but life's too short to do that. So I'm gonna pop the seat off really quick, make sure the battery has some juice so we can determine whether or not this thing still works. Let you guys see the battery percentage here. Oh, sweet, we got 55%. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Oh, let's go. She still works. All right, I'm not gonna give her any gas, or should I say electricity, until we get it up on the stand. So an unfortunate fact about the manufacturer of this bike is that they are no longer in business. So that means you couldn't even buy this thing brand new if you wanted to. Clean out some of these spider webs. Let's get this front wheel on here. If it works, it works. Let's see if I'm talented enough to get this front wheel in without losing the wheel spacers. All right, now I'm gonna reach the front axle. Now that you guys know a little bit of the backstory of how I got this bike and why it's still brand new, I'm gonna go ahead and get into explaining why I'm gonna give it to one of you guys for just $20. Let's get this bad boy off the pallet and onto a stand. So plush. I know this is going to be a little ironic here, but a race fuel jug works perfect as a stand for this bike. There we go. Okay, let's turn this thing back on. She rips. So there are 3 different reasons as to why I've decided to give this bike away for just $20. Reason number 1 is because I'm simply trying to keep my bicycle dream alive. As some of you may or may not know, the bicycle industry is in a very bad spot right now, and I currently do not have any financially supporting sponsors. I have some really cool video project ideas that I want to film this year, but they all require a lot of time and money that I unfortunately do not have right now. Reason number 2, one thing that I've always held very heavy to my heart is helping others experience the same joy and happiness that two wheels bring to me, because I'm very grateful and appreciative for what I have. You know, I have food on the table and a roof over my head, but I know there's a lot of people out there in this world that are struggling with things like that. And because of that reason, they may never be able to experience two wheels because they simply cannot afford to do so. So with that being said, I'm going to be going out to my local bike shops that are currently struggling and buying some lower entry bikes. And we're literally going to be going out into the real world and finding people that maybe could use a bike and giving them away for free. Now, for reason number 3, is simply because I'm very grateful for each and every one of you who follow and support my journey. So instead of selling this thing to some lowballer on Facebook Marketplace, I'd rather give one of you guys the opportunity that I had to ride this super sick electric dirt bike for just $20. To enter the giveaway, click the link down below in the description of this video. I will also be listing the rules that apply. I wish each and every one of you the best of luck, and I hope to see you here.